Well, it wouldn't be a Blacktown Premier League campaign without at least one round of rain causing a fuss. And here it is, in round one of the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League. Welcome to the opening night of the second division. And we have a contest set to bring the house down. I didn't realise how serious Newbry Bulls were about making a title push until they told me straight up on this week's Blacktown Premier League podcast. In an episode that has gone viral overnight, if you haven't heard it through the grapevine, it is true. The Bulls have recruited two former Indian Super League professional footballers, a goalkeeper and a striker. They have also signed a former Rydalmere and St George City attacker/midfielder who played in England's national leagues as well. More on that a bit later. No longer the chirpy 21s eligible team who play good in small doses, but consistency remained their issue in that first season of the Premier League last year. This is a team who, on paper, could do something really special this year. But today, with downpour likely, they face a team that aren't here with sunshine on their mind. Prospect United at times made a minor mockery of their badge last year, with the players who did earn the right to wear the crest going above and beyond to salvage its Premier League One status. It didn't materialise for them. A lot of those guys are still here, joined by a new group, a new crop, who have set their sights firmly on the upper parts of the table. Now led by a coach with quality NPL experience, but also, and that is with Joel Bayubahe, they have a coach at age 30 who, with that NPL quality still in his boots, can provide a real touch of class himself in training. Now that is something unique. The season ahead for Prospect certainly looks promising. So we'll have a look at each team's starting 11s. We'll also give a ring around of some of the results that have happened around the grounds, not just here, but at those who were braving the weather today and around the district. My name is Mark DePoli. Wherever you are watching on from around the world, whether it's here, down the road, or of course, to the many fans who I've told are tuning in from India, thank you for being here. I hope, to those in Australia, you have taken the time to dry up. This is the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2, the match of the round, the headline fixture, and it's between Newbry Bulls and Prospect United. Let's get into that lineup look ahead now as the two teams prepare to walk out and debutise the season. We will start with who are technically considered the hosts, despite the fact that this is a neutral venue for both of these two sides. It is a ground that Prospect have never been too fortunate on when it comes to match of the rounds or in grand finals, but might their fortunes change with this new group of players. David Mann, at age 43, begins in goal and makes his starting Premier League match of the round debut. Of course, in his best season in Prospect colours, he's kept 5 clean sheets across resis and firsts, and he's a solid pair of hands and a great man to have in the dressing room too. At right back, it's a familiar name and one of 3 in the squad, one of 2 in the starting lineup. George Sarkos, of course, Peter is the coach, sticking around in the reserve grades this year. George, though, with the 19 jersey, and the goal of the week winner starts at right back. Next to Anton Skotic in his second year back, in his third year total in Prospect colours. Next to brand new signing and friend of the coach, Diodone Shukuru in his first year, first appearance, same as the left back, Jordan Buckley, 20 years old, first game outside of the trials, of course, with FDA experience alongside Abbotsford Football Club. If you know, you know. The 6 who wears 6 and he's just 18 years old. Keep an eye on Daniel Amari as one of the hotshots who could move into Prospect's NPL space in a couple of weeks, that's for sure. Next to stalwart defender, but today defensive midfielder Adam Dunn. The engineer who would look to craft an attack. It's going to be Ali Faniad at the 10, wearing the 18 jersey, though Cossier, first name James, wearing 9, plays as the 11, has been one of the standouts in pre-season, will certainly get shots off. Off to the right, it's a 19-year servant of the club in Sid Nadira, who's never scored in the match of the round, but today could be his certainly the chance to do so. No Andrew Amabile through the midfield, of course, another one of the first-grade stalwarts. Through the middle, though, John Sarkos has a match-of-the-round goal to his name against Newbury all those years ago. He leads the line in the 7 jersey. Now let's go through who was technically considered the away team today. The man who most recently represented Delhi FC and was an ISL Premier in 2019-20, Naveen Kumar, at 183 centimetres, exactly on 6 foot, starts in goal, a one-time cap in the youth Indian team at 23's level. Speaking of the man who's made his debut, let's go to the flip of that. 15-year servant of the club, Brenton Smith, begins at right back. The cricket lover picked up 5 assists from defence last year. Is capable in a back 5, is capable in a back 4, and we'll see it today, I'm sure, in the 12 jersey. He's next to their captain last year. I think he's still in a vice-captaincy role this year. Pranesh Gaunda in the number 8 jersey, I should say, just 23 years old and is a leader out there, can play anywhere through the spine. Next to a man making his debut at left-sided centre-back and also at left-back as well, Sasan Najibi in the 52 jersey, next to Anuj Mane in the 34 at the left of the defence. Here is the former Rodamere and St George first grade starter, as well as Bolton Wanderers 23's representative. Ethan Dosanjh in the 44 jersey is next to former Preston Lions Premiership winner, Sunshine George Cross Premiership winner, Moreland City Minor Premiership winner, and Bankstown United taking it from Melbourne to New South Wales, of course, Premiership winner in Alejandro Suarez Aragin in the 54 jersey. Not to say less about any of the other midfielders, but Yadu Pillai, who I don't know too much about, begins in the 34 jersey next to him. Then through the middle, of course, it's Manan Deep in the 10 jersey, who made 23 caps for India and as well scored 4 goals in 14 caps for the youth system as well. Just 32 years old, an FPAI Young Player of the Year winner in the year of 2012, and what proved to be one of his more productive years at professional level, is joining our competition officially with that 10 jersey tonight. He is flanked by Tilkaraj Jay Shankar in the 21 jersey, and still 21's eligible, by the way. And on the other side is Bikramjit Singh in the 18. First at the club, first appearance, like many of his buddies out there. It will be the man in the number 10 jersey to kick us off once Sharon McLaughlin gives us the all clear. Jack Leitner, as well as Michaela Cuevas, our assistant referees. Again, my name is Mark DePoli. Thank you for being here. And Newbury really all about it. Is this the year where Newbury provides something that we have not seen in a long time in PL2? A team coming from absolutely nowhere and blowing everyone away. Here's Brenton Smith, and Aragin picks it up. Of course, it's very much related to Leo Aragin, who is the assistant coach of the side and reserve grade coach. Smith. So it looks like Pranesh Gaunda is playing as the defensive-minded midfielder. Sent in behind looking for the left-sided defender. Ooh, who's taking a tumble on the back of your screen, I'm sure. Hopefully he's okay. That'll roll all the way through to David Mann in between the sticks. Most likely to be the oldest man to play in a match of the round since Lee Dryland, who of course played for Prospect as well, so they love a vintage baller. To the Prospect boys. Gaunda picks it up. There is Aragin. Grew up playing football from age 4 out in Fairfield, where his parents ran a club, believe it or not. Twist and turn. Prospect looking to break a Sid Nadira, the one club man. Bar a small stint at Spurs, intercepts. John Sarkos is threatening. Brenton Smith trying to get it under control. James Cossier, who's been good in pre-season. What about him round 1? Blocked by Brenton Smith, and then John Sarkos took a poke at it, and it went over. Fast start. Down both ends. Naveen Kumar, who has played for many of India's top professional clubs, was not to be challenged by that one there. He is the more senior of the two former ISL representatives. Naveen 35 to Manan's 32. Cossier wins it out of the air. We've been told he's one of those guys really, really hustling for an NPL spot. So while he cares about the club, he cares about getting out of it as well, if you know what I mean. Great turn there by the former professional. Manan Singh then hits the deck under the challenge of Anton Skotic. And then he does well Sent away by Scottish. Got great technique on that clearance there. So a change to the starting 11. It does appear, in fact, that David Chagas da Souza, Brazilian-born from Sao Paulo, the city where, of course, Kaká grew up playing his football as well, has come into the starting 11. Ooh, challenge there by Brenton Smith. Could warrant a yellow card, but I think it'll be too early, and Sharon McLaughlin will keep it in mind next time Brenton Smith sticks out a ray right foot. But Chagas da Souza into the starting lineup in that 17 jersey. I would imagine that it is Yadu Pillai in the 34 who has dropped out. So what's a midfield three? Araguin, de Souza, and also Ethan Dosanjh. That is a PL1 front three. Well, I should say midfield three if I've ever heard one. But will they be able to connect? It's not been the most stellar preseason considering the names on paper. Mixed results across the ball. This to be delivered in and sent away at the first time of asking at the near post. Not quick enough there. Was Emari. Picked up there by Adam Dunn in the 12 jersey. Not quite the captain of the side this year, but was involved in the podcast, which means he's certainly one of those leadership figures. Picked up well there by another man on debut in Najibi. And now a chance to burst forward down the far side of the pitch, up against the 18-year-old Amari, as well as George Sarkos. Youngest brother and boxing sensation, Nick Sarkos, could deputise off the bench today. Very long throw. What an asset that is. There's a man in the box waiting for it. He's not going to receive it at the first time of asking. Nadira dancing one way and the other. Smith clearing wherever he could. And it's just about... No, it hasn't stayed in. So it will be a corner. And now Naveen Kumar, the experienced professional goalkeeper, needs to set up his team to deal with this quickly. Ball delivered in towards the back stick. Kuma, easy as you like. There it is right there. There's the technique from the throw as well. It's just those little things that make the big difference, and it almost launched the Newbury counter. Bikramjit Singh. Here to Pranesh Gaunda. Runners in behind. One of them was Dosanjh, two in the 44. It nearly happened for him. Picked up here by Adam Dunn. Was really, really solid and played the full 90 minutes in their midweek friendly match against Pendle Hill. Across the face of goal! And James Cossier opens the scoring for Prospect as Newbury are pulled apart at the back. It just opened up so easily for the man who treks it from Dubbo. Fantastic, simple football. A giveaway that was pounced on down the far right-hand side. A ball across the face from a man who might not have scored but now has an assist in the match of the round to his name. And Prospect are up and running in what is their comeuppance season, I guess you could say. They want something to go their way. They want to prove something this year. And now these boys are already stringing it together and Newbury find themselves behind. And all the talk of we want to finish at the top needs to be backed up. They can't afford to go behind by another one. Ooh, a bit of a coming together there. There's a shirt pulled, but all is okay. So interestingly, around the grounds in the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 1, I know that Doonside have swept aside Quakers Tigers 4-1. As well, Riverston have gone down by at least 4-0 against their old rivals, Workers. Ooh, massive challenge went in there. Turning, Manan deep, all saved by Man. And on the follow-up, Man then goes down, wants the foul. McLaughlin says nothing, just a goal kick. Well, that's the first glimpse we've got of the 23-time capped international. Scottish. grown at least a couple of inches since the last time we saw him in a match of the round. He's got some good height about him. Shout out while there's a bit of a downtime here to former prospect player, former All-Stars representative as well, George Marcoux, who might have moved up the coast but was still playing football locally for Castle Hill United in All-Age Men's 5, and unfortunately actually broke his leg horrendously in the first match of the season last week. Went in for surgery on Tuesday, thank the heavens for private health. But George Marcoux might be tuning in right now, not 100% sure if he is, but if he is, it wouldn't matter either way because we send him our best wishes as one of the highlight reel showmen of the PL2 in the years that Prospect spent down here. He was really one to watch, and we're hoping he's okay. Well, one in the air there by Jordan Buckley. Bikramjit Singh. So we'll go all the way back to man who's being tested on his touch here, but the 43-year-old does well. Shooks, they call him, but Diodone Shukuru needs to be careful there and talk to his man a bit better. This is all the happenings of a team, of course, or both teams, I should say, with a lot of their players playing their first professional game together. Scottish, taken off him by Manandeep. It was taken off. The big striker, who then said that he got hit in the back of the head. And Scottish is able to win the free kick there, and then denies the high five between the two. Well, Scottish is saying, well, why'd you hit me in the first place? And that'll just bring a bit of feeling into this one. They have a chat between themselves. Well, this will be fun for the rest of the game. Plenty of it still to go too. That's a nothing ball, unfortunately. Gaunda. Touching the midfield there by Mari, but it was loose. Strong work there by the 38-year-old Adagin. In behind by Dosanjh. It's a foot race now. Man spilt it out of his box. There was Shukuru cleared there really comprehensively by the left back. In Buckley, Adagin steps in again. Well dealt with there at the back by Newbury. Dosanjh goes back. And twisting and turning was Najibi. It's going through their star players at the moment. I believe that to be Jay Shankar. Now in behind, flag stays down until it doesn't. Up it goes. But the referee's played on for now. And finally stops the play. Stepping in was done, and still done goes on. Up stepped Gaunda to get in the way of that. Dosanjh, former MPL1 first grader, needs to try and launch something here. Here comes Man, though, still looking to spring chicken, and he sends that to Anne Aquilina. So around the grounds as well. Obviously, you've already heard the PL1 results that I can give you, but also Oakville have toppled Spurs 5-0 on Spurs' return to Premier League football. Oakville looking like the premiership contenders we knew they would be in their lovely kits as well, have to say. Thank you for sending in those results. Please feel free to keep doing so as the entire PL2 turns its eyes to this one, because no one really knows what to expect and what the actual quality level will be between these two. There's been some big stars signed, but will they shine? Will they shine? Ball in towards the front post. Stepping in was done. A natural centre-back. Of course he read that well. Keep those scores coming in from around the grounds, please. Would love to know what happened between Glenwood and Parkley. I know Parkley were 2-1 up, heading to half-time. Lots of that game still to go for the reigning grand final winners. I think that's Najibi stepping in there. This is Brenton Smith, who's lucky to not have a yellow card to his name. He's going to line up a shot. No, he doesn't. He fakes it and goes out wide. Bikramjit Singh, a looping, curling ball in, I should say, and it amounted to nothing. But I actually like the direction and angle that that ball had, but it wasn't really read. And so short it goes to Anton Skotic. Steps on the ball, rolls it out, knew that a man was coming, played the perfect pass to the man who separates these two. Brenton Smith was beaten. Gounder is beaten. This is the man we were told to keep an eye on, the number 9 out wide. Kossia has a goal to his name. Now he's in the box, wants an assist. And it's been cleared only as far as Nadira in the 10. It's been cleared off of him to Prospect looking hungry. Faniad taken off him, then it came back to him and he sent it over the top. Not a real threatening strike on goal. Played short. Aragin. Dosanjh. Aragin gives it away. Square pass, but he makes amends for his error. Taking a touch up the line. Did it stay in? I don't think it did. Chance here for Newbury. Manandeep. Played it just about quickly enough. Now in behind. It's a foot race, but taken wide. Cuts back. Diving in Skotic. And the left back came central. And then the centre back who came to the left cleared it. Brenton Smith. Back to his centre back. John Sarkos coming across the press. What a ball that is! And on debut, Manandeep. And he needed to take that first time. And Sasan Najibi knows exactly how good of a ball that was, as he pointed his way up to the camera. My word. Skotic working his way out of defence. A look over the shoulder by Amari. Good ball. Did he stay onside? No, he doesn't know it yet. Now he does. He's saying, how? How? That's how. You'll see it on replay. Still only 15 minutes into this one. Very, very early in the game. Aragin bounced back to Brenton Smith, who sent that into the back parts of our bleachers here. Wasn't even close, unfortunately. Stepping in well was Adam Dunn. 25 years old, joined the club as a 19-year-old. This now being his 6th year at the club. Will likely eclipse as well the 100 appearance mark pretty soon across all competitions, including friendlies. Especially that one year where they got promoted and he played pretty much every but one game. Manandeep cuts back, then cuts past one, goes down very easily and doesn't win the free kick. Should be easily read for Naveen Kumar, and it is. Well, it came off Manandeep, and it might actually work out well. But slipping and sliding was Chagas D'Souza. And that 17 jersey looking to burst in behind with his pace. Sarkos was able to bully his man out of the way, but it was easy for Gaunda. Out of the sky by Manandeep. Pot shot at goal. Currently, without being too critical, it looks like this Newbury team are quite the set of individuals. Not quite the team just yet. Not quite gelled just yet. Prospect looking much better in that sense. Danger here. Naveen Kumar did well. Sarkos. Not really his bread and butter, but the cross wasn't too bad. Living dangerously out the back. Done. Pot shot at goal. It would have been an unlikely goal, but a welcome one. And Kumar launches that off his right boot, trying to find his compatriots. Manandeep just about got it under control. David D'Souza now tussling for the ball. And it was cleared eventually by Georgie Sarkos. That's really well done by Amari, and then a couple of big challenges coming to follow it. Manandeep now flicking it over for Ethan Desange. He then goes down, wins the free kick.
Hey, come on!
Danger here, not quite a corner, but able to deliver a more direct shot or cross perhaps on goal. Let's see, towards the front post, cleared away by Sarkos. Well done, Johnny, was the call.
Get up, Lloyd! Lloyd, get up! That's a bloody fullback, he's taking you out of position.
Naveen Kumar.
Leave it, tell the fullback to get it.
Chance here for James Cossier running in behind.
And again!
Not given.
Better!
Now it'll come to him. Through Ali Faniad. Chance for Cossier again, couple of rolls, the ball under his foot, cuts past Brenton Smith, and after all that, the offside flag ended up being raised for the second time in two plays down this side. Over Adam Dunn. Poor from him of all people. Manandeep will strike this a goal. Stepping in and then across, and then he should have probably hit across himself. Well, in the end, Jordan Buckley did enough to put the former Young Player of the Year off. Dosanjh was pushed, but just about got that ball under control for those in Newbury jerseys. Adagin. D'Souza goes down. Oop, yellow card to be dished out for a kick away. For Amari. Pot shot a goal. Easily claimed for David Mann. Amari had to be careful and want to throw. Just waiting for a football. Just waiting for a mate. Now we finally got one. Game has really lost its momentum in the last 7 minutes or so, I'd say. Struggling to pick back up. Adam Dunn, not his best work. Well done there by Bikramjit Singh. Now a chance for Gaunda, who came out of defence, to deal with that one. And sent away after it was given back by Diodone Shukuru to his goalkeeper. Dosanjh had a second to think about it. Found his right winger. Cuts inside square. Dosanjh beaten to it. Here is Dosanjh now. Pirouettes away from one and then gave it away. This is a massive chance. John Sarkos didn't get his first touch right and ended up being pretty easy pickings for Najibi. Sarkos will take the throw. He's got a Bill rocket of a throw in on him, doesn't he? Kumar plays it short to Dosanjh, who's able to build out from the back. Goes short. And now triangle's being made between the defensive midfielder, the centre back and the right back. And the centre back Najibi goes long. Manandeep saying he was pushed in the back. Congolese African Cup representative in Shukuru dealing with him there. Throw in Sarkos. Just trying to go long Newbury every time. Although this time it might be the time that works. Gaunda, who's up high, it seems for the time being. Switch to a more attack-minded player, which is something he did last year as well. Sends it into the sideline though. Huge throw-in taken there. Manandeep with his back to goal and to his man. Scottish to deal with. Really well done though. Square pass to Pranesh Gaunda. The 23-year-old will strike with his weaker foot. This time on his right. Handball was the call. Adagin. Penalty one. And finally Newbury's persistence pays off. They were threatening and threatening. And I think it was Adam Dunn's hand, of all people. Let's have a look back on my replay here. In fact, I think it was Diodone Shukuru. So now Manandeep, from 12 yards, has a chance in his Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2 debut for the Newbry Bulls to put them level with Prospect and back in the contest on the scoreboard. They might not have fashioned any really, really good goal-scoring opportunities, but a bit of territorial dominance paid off And they have a chance from the spot to get in front. Took a second to think about it, did Shazza McLaughlin. Hands on the hips, a look to the ground versus David Mann. It's Manandeep who rolls it into the bottom left-hand corner, and we are tied. A goal for Prospects number 9, a goal for Newbury's number 10. And just on the 1/3 mark of the game, Newbury's deficit has vanished following a very simple penalty conversion. Sent the keeper the wrong way. And now Newbury feel motivated. And we need to see what Prospect bottle is made of. Scottish asking a lot of Daniel Amari there. But he did well. Chance to respond straight away. Some of the Workers boys come to watch. Cossier blocked by Brenton Smith. This has been a really great battle all game, hasn't it? Brenton Smith says push in the back, and you know what? I very much agree. That's twice that Cossier has made him foul. Him? What a big chance here. Like we said, to respond straight away. Sid Nadira has an assist to his name already. Good ball, and not connected with. Something I got told by the Newbury squad is that they haven't really played this first grade team a lot in pre-season. They've been playing a mix of their resis and first grade boys. This is the first time that I think that essentially their strongest squad has played together, which is in round 1. That's contrast to Prospect. And I did say about 15 minutes in that Newbury were playing like a bunch of individuals. That has changed. And it feels very different now. Dunn beaten to it by Brenton Smith, who is playing like an inverted fullback right now, but there's a gap with his name on it that's opened up at the back. Living a little bit dangerously are Newbury. Adaging gets it under control. Sliding in was Cossier, up against Dosanjh. And long they go again. Ooh! Definite pull on the arm there. What colour will the card be? Yellow. I think Newbury might have wanted a shade of prosy red there. And you know what? I would not have been surprised or upset if that was actually given as a send-off. I think it would have been teetering on harsh, but it was certainly living dangerously. And Shooks has to be really, really careful. I think a bit more of a Newbury protest might have actually made the thought of it go into the mind of the referee, but McLaughlin decided against it. I also thought it happened a bit more central in terms of the channel, but they've been able to swing this off to the right, and that's going to allow Pranesh Gandhar to whip this in with a bit of in-swing and curl off the right. So to his right, for the first time I'm getting to say it, is Jai Shankar. Picked up a couple of goals last year. They're going to deliver in away from him, though. Really good-looking ball, but it was eventually claimed with consummate ease for the goalkeeper. And does his best to play it out from the back. And Adagin's putting in a challenge there on Ali Faniad. Long by Scottish. Long ball football seeming to be the way through for these two teams a couple of times here and there. has to be really careful as the Congolese African Cup representative. Sent out by Nadira, who broke open this game with his great darting run and cross across the face of goal. It's a game that's delivered goals. It hasn't really lived up to the hype in terms of quality just yet. These two teams are starting to grow into it a little bit, and Newbury particularly are starting to look good. They've swapped wingers 100% here. So Jai Shankar here on the near side in the 21 jersey. Vikramjit Singh off to the other side. Have to be very careful. Yep, I'd be giving a penalty there, and they have. Prospect coming to their own undoing here. It's Sarkos who wrapped his head around the hand and said, come here. And they're going to give away a penalty for the second time in the first half. It's going to be a turnaround, potentially, of spot kicks. Just seemed like a nonsensical decision to do something like that. It was not the most threatening position for the striker to find himself in. He still had to level a shot that was bouncing out of the sky. But he's decided to give him a good old coat hanger. Strange, strange decision. His hands went up straight away. He knew. He knew. Well, the former professional, with 23 caps to his name, 4 goals for the youth team, 1 goal tonight, saved! Oh, it's the biggest round of applause of the entire afternoon. What a moment! David Mann, the 43-year-old, makes the penalty save. Wow. What a moment. Manandeep denied. Did not see that coming. And you always wonder whether the second penalty for the same taker will put confusion in the mind of the goalkeeper or the striker. And he went down the middle, and how often do you see a save down the middle from the spot? What a moment. And the first penalty save on the match of the round of the season. Chance here for an invigorated Prospect side. Nadira, what a save, Naveen Kumar. And then on the second time of asking, he did the same. Pounced on it. Such good technique to pounce on his man like that. Square pass. Looks like the permanent switch of Bikramjit Singh to right back. In behind Manandeep. Chance to redeem himself. The Brazilian-born man now instead finds Pranesh Gownder. Got it wrong. That needed to go to Manandeep off to D'Souza's left. As the world's most obnoxious truck comes past. Cleared up, completely disregarding the midfield line so commonly is this Newbury team, but they're happy to play it long. It's where their best chances have come. Done, beaten to it. The Western Sydney Wanderers' long-time member. Now, a really, really good chance. Bikramjit Singh from right back this time. And then the Brazilian in the 17 jersey could not wrap his foot around that. 37 minutes played here. It's been a fun one. Game growing in quality. So a corner. An outswinger by the vice-captain towards the front stick. Struck by Dosanjh on his weaker left-hand side. It didn't really have any oomph behind it. And sent away. And one in the air. Najibi was there, as was Adagin. Here is D'Souza. Nadira. The club icon doing his best to close down Newbury when they play out dangerously from the back. Chance forming here, stepping in with Sarkos, reprimanded by his goalkeeper for the pen save, Adagin. Made an easy call of it for the referee. Both these two teams absolutely love, of course, a goal before half-time, but the most important thing and the mentality should probably be, can we stick in it until then? There's chances forming at either end. Bikramjit Singh sends it away. Done, under control. Off of his left knee. Plays it wide. Geordie Buckley. Back this goes to Anton Skoric. Here to Diudone Shukuru. Into the 6. Nicely done and square. Asking too much there of their goal scorer. Bikramjit Singh was strong. Might also see on the sidelines, as the camera pans over there later on in the game, that Kane Willoughby, who used to play in first grade when Prospect were a promotion hunting team all those years ago. Originally, the first time of asking, was fleet-footed winger, who was strong in the challenge as well. He's on crutches for this season though, and taken up a assistant coaching role behind Joel Bayubahe. Living dangerously, Newbury here, it's been cleared. Shooks, and then Dunn stood in. Adagin stood in as well. Chance here for Manandeep. Hustling and bustling and showing some pace. Sarkos had to be really careful. And what a challenge it ended up being. Well, he might have been a bit worried after that penalty he gave away. Happened just a couple of minutes ago. But he stood firmer on this instance. And then he wins it out of the air. D'Souza. Adagin. Brazil and Uruguay blood running the midfield here for Newbury. Down goes D'Souza, winning the free kick. 40 minutes played, 5 to go. I can't imagine much more time to be added on once we do eclipse 45 either. Well, they decided to play it quickly, and Shook stood in and cleared it away to the number 13. Najibi is lining one up, and it was blocked. And then D'Souza stepped in, got past one, played it square across, and then it was hit a goal, and then a smart save, and then he couldn't miss. And Newbury finally get their second goal. And some individual brilliance opened up the space for a shot. Najibi then struck one from distance, stung the palms of the goalkeeper. In came the quasi right back, who then tested the goalkeeper's other side, and it was a simple tap in for Manandeep, who has 2 on the night, and get used to saying it too. Striker's instincts, and a goal to separate the two now that you'd have to say Newbury deserve. 2-1, 3 goals in this first half. 2 for Manandeep Singh. Well, Prospect had the lead of this game. They then had the steam let off when that penalty was saved so brilliantly by David Mann. He then did really well for those 2 shots. Some might be critical of where the second was palmed to, but look, you can't leave a 23-time capped international free at the back stick. Aragin tussling with George Sarkos. Darkness settling in here in Rudy Hill. And what's been a damp old day. 43 minutes played. Prospect trying to play their way out of trouble. Really well done there. And then sent long towards Kosser, but they've been rarely able to find that out ball. And you have to say that the coaching... In fact, Chancey, I should intervene. And I think that Jai Shankar should have gone down there under the challenge of the goalkeeper, and he might have got him sent off. It almost looked like Prospect were the attacking team with the amount of numbers that they had back. They were nowhere there. I'm very, very lucky not to find themselves down by 2 as Newbury strut their stuff. Apologies for the French. Good ball in! Oh, what a save. Reacted so quickly, did David Mann. I can't believe he had the space to find the shot. I think it was Jai Shankar. Manjot Singh at left back, dealing with that twice in a row, the second time there. The number 5. Right, we are now on the cusp of half time. Take a look at the referee to see how many times she has a look at the watch. That will give a clear indication as to how long Prospect have left to survive in this first half, and that's what it's turned into. Newbury are really starting to turn on the style. Such a different team to what we saw last year. David Chagas de Souza leading the press. Cossier can Prospect hit back in what would be an undeserved second and equalising goal on the balance of momentum, you'd have to say. How far will this one go? Not as far as you might have first thought. Chance of a foul being called there. Manandeep stepped in. I would have called the foul. I think the whistle went to the lips of the referee. We're now almost 1 minute into the second. Played out wide by Herrera Gutierrez, who we have said the name so little of in this first half, the number 40. A lot of the play coming down this side. Although now they're trying to pick them apart. Good looking ball in. Jai Shankar, can he get past his man? Cuts it back. And then De Souza was saved at the near post. Another look at the watch by the referee. If Newbury find a second goal here, you'd have to say it's close to lights out. My word, since the 15-minute onward or so, they have switched into the team that we thought they might just be. Wow, imagine if they had Asher Lumi in this team. Dosanjh, the only man back. Bikramjit Singh a little bit ahead of him. But Prospect have just got all hands on deck here trying to survive. Gaundar, ball towards the back stick. Whistle to the lips. There's been a free kick given there. Prospect playing at the back now. Living very dangerously, but Adam Dunn's done really, really well. Dunn again. Nicely done by Buckley. Doing too much there though. And halftime it will be. It's Newbury who head into the sheds. The happier of the two teams, not just because of the scoreline, but because of the way they've played too. They have come back from what looked like a pretty dismantled start in terms of the way that they were playing, and they went down by a goal to now lead 2-1. It could have been 3-1 if not for a penalty missed/saved. And if not for a couple of nearly moments, they'd be up by even more. Prospect started to switch into more of a survival mode come the later parts of that first half. It's been a really fun one, though, and really interesting to see how the balance of momentum has changed as this first half went on. I can imagine it'll be more of the same in the second as Prospect look to try and reclaim a point, or at least go even further and try and get their lead back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Keep your sound on. That will be the best indication of when the second half will begin. But until then, Manan Deep is the man who separates these two thanks to his brilliant brace. Well, Manandeep Singh had these two teams separated when they hit the sheds, but how will it affect things as they come out of it? Prospect, who took the lead early in the match, now have to recover not just a point, but 3, you'd say, ideally, from this one. With the way that Oakville Ravens performed across the park today, 4-1 wins in all 3 grades, which, by the way, put your house on that next time. You would think that they would be their premiership favourites. Parklea also picked up a 4-3 win, so it was a really fantastic 7-goal thriller. I'm not 100% sure of the other game. I will attempt to find out how it has gone between Town Rangers and Blacktown St Pats. But either way, this PL2 top competition seems like it's going to be really tight at the top. The battle for the top 4, the battle for first place and thus promotion could be decided in these magical 6-pointer matches right here. And not just in first grade, across reserve grade and first as well. Now a reminder, as you're tuning back in, have a look at your YouTube, at your Facebook page. Remember to press the like button to support what we do here in Blacktown, which is give you content and give you ripper football matches. Prospect now running from left to right on your screen. Newbury running from right to left. And as I remind you, to those who have been watching for a long time, this is really not the favoured pitch of the Prospect boys. They really don't like playing here. So will they be able to finally beat that hoodoo that they've had going here for nearly half a decade and come away with something in this second half? Off the back of how Newbury finished the first, my suggestion would be no. Lots of support on our YouTube page for those from the Newbury starting 11. No changes that I've seen just yet. We'll see how these two teams fare in the second half. As the lights come on, it's typical Blacktown football here in Rudy Hill. Let's see what Prospect have out of the gates and what Newbury have. Can they maintain their amazing end to the first half? Living dangerously Newbury now through Dosanjh, but picked up here and dealt with really well by Scorch. What a ball that could prove to be from centre back to Cossier, and now darting one way and then the other. That was a pretty heinous looking challenge, but in the end deemed okay. I wonder if that's actually Monzier Colmy who's come on in the number 8 jersey. Can't quite tell from this far away. Yes, in fact, it is Monzier on at half-time. Monzier Colmy, a one-time match of the round goal scorer, a fleet-footed winger who's taken up a central role so far. John Sarkos, not really in the game in the first half, the big hold-up striker. He's a boxer by day and a Blacktown Premier League match of the round goal scorer by night, if you count that Newbury game, that Newbury game a couple of years ago. Can he pull himself into this second half? Centre back and 6. Bouncing there. Not the only sub that's been made. I think Adam Dunn's come off as well. I'm just going to double check to make sure. Josh Shanker goes down the far side but gives away a throw. Yep, so the second of 2 Alis has come onto the pitch. It's Ali Afzali who's come on in the number 5 jersey. Played in the reserve grade game prior to this. As Shukuru sends that long and looping in the air. It was well won there by Manjot Singh. But a solid first half. Gawandar goes back to Varon Mehta. I should say wrong goalkeeper to Naveen Kumar. Forgive me. I'm still thinking it's podcast mode. So on the way to the referee. Drop ball it'll be. Played too quickly for the referee's liking. Fast start in these opening couple of minutes. Played straight away. Ball's still live. Oh no, finally the flag raised. Played short. Scottish. He's the one to go long this time, and it's gone over the head of Crossier. Play quickly. This game heating up the intensity. Sid Nadira tried too much there. He's like me in all-age men's sevens. Clipped out wide by Monzi Komi, who's been a breath of fresh air already. Fanny Ad having come off the pitch, and it was delivered in, and it was dealt with. Well, how many times have we seen in Blacktown Premier League a side sign players of the highest calibre on paper and it not materialise? Now, Newbury obviously, ignoring the fact that they still have 45 odd minutes to hold this game out, have gone with that strategy. But will it yield results consistently throughout the year? And that's one of the concerns I had. I knew that they'd upgraded their team. I didn't know by how much, to be fair. But when I called them a top 4 candidate in the predictions podcast in the second podcast of the year, bordering on half a month ago as Naveen Kumar deals with that just on the cusp of the 18-yard box line, I called them that because of the consistency issues that I had picked up across the last 12 months or so. How many times can they get this team to play together? How many times will this best 11 combine and play together? Clipped in, sent long, dropped down to no one in an aqua white shirt. And this will be cleared by Buckley at left back, although only as far as, I think, Bikramjit Singh. Chance on the turn. Monzir Komi, long-time prospect player, goes down. Doesn't win the free kick far too easily. Shukuru will deal with this. Back it goes to the keeper. David Mann, my word. Playing with fire. Komi cuts back, drops to Sanj, almost to his knees. Afzali sends this out wide as well. Looks like Nick Sarkos has come as well for Sarkos. A triple change at half time. And then the 18-year-old squared. That was surely offside. Sarkos, John, that was, and wide it went. It was given as a goal kick, so he was on. My word, what a chance for a prospect. Sarkos' first real opportunity on goal. Crazy miss. You know what, I really do think that they're actually missing Andrew Amabile today. It's showing with a bit of tenacity in midfield. Looks like almost Monzir Komi is playing that role in the second half. That was nearly amazing work by Deep. Sarkos has already played a full reserve. Great game. Monzir Komi led it through his legs, but it was read really well by Naveen Kumar. Jeez, that's a real punt coming off of his right foot. And then the Brazilian chasing down on man, but Shukuru ended up dealing with it well. Now he's putting back under pressure again. Has to live carefully, Ali Afzali. Nice. Crossing the halfway line on the far side of the pitch. Prospect not happy with that. Fans brought into the game with that moment there. Long time left to go on this one. This is certainly not the score that it will remain at when it does hit the full-time whistle. I am certain of that. This is lumped into the box for Monzir Komi, who's there? And it's been claimed by Naveen Kumar. Nicely picked up here by David Chagas de Souza. Outside of the right foot. very dangerously. Herrera Gutierrez did enough to win a throw-in though. Handball was the call. Chagas de Souza, the Brazilian, nearly produced an amazing moment. Desange picks it up, trying to bring about an attack. Asked for the one who got it, but didn't find him. Sarkos has been just shown levels there by Gaundar. They're saying handball was not given. Chance here for Prospect. Sarkos out wide to their one-time goal scorer. The man who opened the goal scoring tonight as well goes down. Surely not a third penalty, a goal kick in fact. Big call, or lack thereof. Prospect desperate for that corner kick to be granted. Played short. Najibi lumps it long, as he has a couple times in this game. Nick Sarkos cuts past one in D'Souza. Wanzi Komi with his back to goal, running in behind. Ooh, bad challenge. Play on is the call, because Newbury are launching an attack of their own. And now she might stop the play. 2 players down. It's Manjot Singh in the 5 jersey. Call from the ground just then was Lino. That was so late. How did you not see that? I'm going to look at it now. Wasn't that bad. I'll be real with you. But real concern in the end. Definitely worth a yellow card, I will say that. It's not heinous. It's cheeky. And it's looked painful. Certainly cheeky. He's back to his feet. He was always going to get back to his feet. So it's requested that the ball is going to be given back to the team that deserve it. Or is it going to be given... Well, technically, this is a free kick now. Free kick well after the fact. Set long by Gaundar. Nicely done. Tieres. Now Manandeep. Offside. Stabbed with the right boot. One in the air, but was there a push? Because that header's gone a bit far from where Najibi wanted it. He's protesting. Manjot Singh stood in well. He's been really, really solid. Throw in taken, Sarkos. George for Nick. John Sarkos this is. Well, a fancy clearance. And that's been sent all the way to Eastern Creek's grounds. Long gone are the days of the Prospect and Eastern Creek derby, but we remember those days fondly as those two teams entered the Premier League 2 at the same time. Chance to move around. Afzali. He's got it to Wigan dangerously. He's come away with it all right now. He's pushing into midfield. Wins the 50-50. Doesn't get past Aragin. Herrera. Gutierrez picks it up. Manan deep. The stars are aligning. Ooh. And just like that, by the way, 15 minutes into this second half already, 2/3 mark has nearly been crossed. Ganda will leave this for Naveen Kumar. Gets it out from underneath his feet. Picks it up. One of the YouTube comments we've got here says that Newbury are looking class, and that was off the back of the second, or the last parts of the first half, I should say. And I'd have to agree that at that time they most certainly were. And then looped long, under control, no. By Cossier, he gets it back a little fortuitously though. It's then one back here, and then sent forward. Manandeep was clearly offside though. For me, playing every midfield position that seems on his own. Turning Monzier. What is his role? Monzier's continued on his run. Easily claimed by Naveen Kumar. Launched long by Ganza. Where might this bounce to? Jordan Buckley trying to deal with it. Just about keeping in. And from a Newbury perspective, that's exactly what they wanted. Foul called, and it's basically going to be a corner, but considered as a free kick. Warning signs flashing. Newbury find a second goal here. It could be lights out. Delivered towards the front post. It was cleared a little haphazardly by Buckley, and now a bit more comprehensively by Afzali. From distance, blocked, or technically picked up by his own man there, and turning and shooting was David D'Souza. Chance still here. Chance still here for Newbury. Hit the crossbar. Falling back here and smashed in. That 2-goal cushion is earned. Prospect could not clear their lines. And Newbury are strutting their stuff. Aragin won the header. It was then headed in again. A scuffed clearance. The crossbar was hit, and then it was smashed in. And it is, in fact, the number 40, the Colombian international, Herrera Gutierrez, who has his first goal in a counted game for the Newbury Bulls. And you mess with the... I'm not going to go there. But so far, prospects are being shown the horns. This is a good Newbury team. 2/3 of the game crossed by. Lots to be proud of. Trying a little bit too hard. David D'Souza. Prospect win a free kick. Newbury's not happy though. Delivered in, hit and hope towards Sarkos. Struck first time, and I think it took a little bobble and then a deflection as well. Corner it will be. And claimed Naveen Kumar, who is looking like one of the most solid pair of hands, honestly, that I've ever seen. Honestly. This has been really, really good to watch from him, although he's hurt himself in the come down from that landing there. We've got a huge, huge audience watching along on YouTube right now, so don't forget to leave a like on the live stream while you're there. Manjot Singh goes down, easy call for the referee, although she's not given it though, and now Monzia Komi and John Sarkos slip while shooting. Goal kick. Manandeep calling it from Naveen Kumar. Just over the halfway line, dropped out of the way of Dukraj Jaishankar. Komi. Closed down by Adagin. And then cleared by Manjot Singh. Chance for a fourth here, Adagin. Beaten to it, Shooks. Another chance for Newbury, although he did really well in recovery. Adagin stepped in there. It's been a bulldog-like performance. Oh, what a beautiful dink in. And then a 50-50 tussle for it. Man has won it. Then wins it out of the sky. Well done by the goalkeeper. He's had a really, really solid game. Handball was the call. It's not going to be given. It beat D'Souza. Buckley. Past the halfway line with his pass. Gave it away, Sarkos. 25 left to play. See you later. On to the roof. So some subs to be made, it seems. The man who so far has the winning goal to his name, Manandeep, will come off to an array of applause from the reserve graders, 21s and spectators alike. And another set of applause as he shakes the hands of everybody. 2 goals to his name for the man with 23 caps to his name as well. There was the man whose family originates from Uruguay stepping in again. Dos Sanz had a better second half. Want to see more of him though, strutting his stuff. Slipped, then nuttied his man. Tried it again. Decided to keep it. Really well done by Sasan Najibi. Kosia won it back. Long ball again. Nadira threatening. Naveen Kumar, well dealt with. Najibi's gone down in the middle of the park. So Naveen Kumar will send it out into the bleachers. I think Anuj Mane has come on in the 34 jersey. He'll slot into left back. David D'Souza's come central into Manandeep's spot. The wingers Jai Shankar, and the most recent goal scorer in Diareth, will remain on the flanks. Calling for another sub. So off he goes. Newbury forced into two quick subs. I think this will be Shemen Koroma to come on in the number 7 jersey. Oh, no. Getting one more word from his coach. And now he will from Leo Aragin. Cousin of the midfielder out in the middle. In Alejandro. Back in play we are. I'll alert you a few of the new player is on the pitch when I know it too. That ball's been kept in and then it was kicked out. 20 to go. Yeah, confirmation that it is in fact Shemen Koroma who's come on in that 7 jersey for Newbury. It's Newbury's job now, having scored 3 goals back to back, to maintain a second half clean sheet. Given away by Koroma. Chance here. Straight away Monzier. Just on cue as we were talking about it. Cossier wanted his brace. Abzali went for the back flick, if you like, not quite a back heel. Koroma picks it up, making amends for his mistake. Running it behind is D'Souza. It's beaten Buckley. Has it beat Scottish? Sliding in and not getting the ball was the verdict. And yellow carded was Scottish. There was such a massive chance for Cossier there. Had he received the ball from Monzier Komi straight away, he didn't. And the result was that they all went down the other end and they've conceded a yellow card and a free kick. And D'Souza's feeling this one. And if Newbury are forced into 2 subs straight away, and a third that was brought about from fatigue, well, they'll be pretty unhappy with the last 5 minutes. Just about up on his backside. Plenty of injury time to be added on too, I can imagine. In fact, you'll have to forgive me earlier on when I said that Oakville were thrice 4-1 winners. They were thrice winners. In 21s, they were 11-0 winners. In Resi's 5-1 in first grade, which obviously is what is most important and relevant to this conversation. They won 5-0 as well. The 4-1, 4-1, 4-1 was between Dooney and Tigers. Ball delivered in by the vice-captain. It was headed in the wrong direction by a man in a Newbury jersey. I believe it to be Jai Shankar. And sent away. Towards Sarkos, who's running forward. Playing as a winger in this second half. Being tasked with more than 90 minutes every week, it seems, this year. Easy pickings for David Mann, who was in goal for a grand final in the Churches Comp that was played in New Zealand. Scoring a goal in an internationally played grand final. Danny Bouzis was in goal that day, I've been told. One in the air. Moving a little dangerously, not that good in dealing with that was Anuj Mane. Munzia-Komi. Ooh, massive call there. Because I think they would have given a penalty if that ball had have not crossed the line for a corner just a second earlier. Played short, now delivered in and sent away before it got to Sarkos. Well read there, Newbury looking to counter and pounce on the lack of numbers back. Singh got past one, not the second. D'Souza picking up the scraps. Tried to cross it in, it was cleared and sent away from danger. Dosanjh. Now Prospect looking to break, but nice sliding in challenge as this game still keeps its intensity quite high. This could be dangerous. Oh, an open goal to just walk it into, if you like. Far too simple for this boisterous Newbury crowd. They're enjoying this one. Listen to them celebrate as Prospect fall on their sword. A complete miscommunication. And the Colombian international has a brace on the night. Herrera Gutierrez at the double and finishing this game as a contest. This Newbury team have literally grown into the game. Zadagin gives it away. He's 38 years old. Cut him some slack. One scored on the outside of the boot. Curler for Hills United, at the time known as Hills Brumbies. Here they go again. D'Souza this time, trying to put the pace on. The question still remains, can Prospect find another goal? Just to see what kind of attacking creativity they have going forward. Can Newbury's defence remain solid? A couple of changes. Can this string of bench boys keep it tight? Really great hustle for the ball here between Jai Shankar and Scottish. What a great moment to watch. Launched forward by Skorich. That's just a nothing ball, and that's the frustrations building up for the 22-year-old there. Just a complete and utter sign of frustration. And then I think he looked up. I think he just yeeted it off. Naveen Kumar. Mane will receive here. No, he won't. Nick Sarkos trying to keep it in. Ronaldo chopped inside. Gutierrez. Just about won it back, then gave it away. Chinkomar's also come on in the 14 jersey for his match of the round debut. First name Patrick. Slotting in here at what looks like a right-sided centre-back in a back three. With Buckley and Nick Sarkos as the wingers. Sent away. And sent to Ann Aquilina, not for the first time today. Looking for a ball, we are. John Sarkos, a sniper from distance. Saved, but only as far as his younger brother here, and then turned in. And if Prospect just lit this game into a contest, Monzier Colmy has been the spark in the second half, and now he might have just lit a fire. And the number 8 has his goal. A match of the round goal, a second one for him. Only 2 years between the two. 4-2 it is. Is there a contest in this last 10? I asked the question, would Newbury's defence remain tight? It didn't look like it was going to. Ooh, and maybe a bit of uncertainty creeping in now, perhaps. Chinkomar sends it long. Sarkos, who sniped from distance, launched the attack. A strike on goal! Ooh, what a save! And Newbury at 6s and 7s as Prospect find their feet. Finally, it's only taken 80 minutes. Naveen Kumar, what a save. Well, these second string players off the bench are not exactly showing that they have great depth necessarily. A giveaway between two of them. As Prospect have their tails up. Still a 2-goal deficit. Lots to come back from, but we've seen it before. What a Prospect made of Monzier trying too much, but he wins a free kick. Newbury not happy. And now Prospect feel like things are turning their way, and now Newbury are starting to feel like things are turning away from them. Still a long way back as they play it short. Gutierrez, whose goal now proves to be the match winner as the third of the night. Shukuru wants to square to his defensive partner in Anton Skotic, who then sends it out wide to Buckley. Those two have played the full game, or those three I should say as well. Buckley's done really well. Now it's sent to the man who opened the scoring on the night. Could have gone down there under the challenge, corner it will be. This game has sprung into action late. The second half hasn't really been a contest until the last 90 seconds or so. An in-swinging corner to come in as Prospect throw some numbers forward. This is what we like to see in the match of the round. Don't go anywhere. In-swinger. Lovely technique. Palmed away. Struck. Oh, it was a centre-back's finish. But the chances are dropping to Prospect. And they're certainly not out of this. If I'm on the technical area, I'm saying there's at least 10 minutes if you include injury time, and there should probably be more. Keep your heads and we'll get chances. Just keep your heads. Nothing wrong with a centre-back striking when it falls to you. You might not get another chance like that for the rest of the season, so you've got to take it. Uptali, who's been okay off the bench, Koroma closing down. David Mann, easy in the end for the 43-year-old goalkeeper. Here is Skotic. Shy of the halfway line. Now he crosses it. He's got such long legs with a fantastic stride length too, even with the ball. It's impressive to watch, but given away as Newbury survive what seems to be that initial sort of 2 minutes after you've just conceded a goal where tails are up. Oh, lovely work. Newbury's fans love it. To the bench they'll go again, it seems. I believe that to be the number 46, Yadu Pillai. Make 100% sure of that in just a moment. No, in fact, it's their number 11, who is Supri Sandhu, who comes on and sent away by Prozzi. Strong in the challenge there was Yadu. Lovely work. Can Newbury restore that cushion of 3? Fresh legs, Sandhu. Given away. Not quite adjusted to the speed of the game just yet. RD1. Can he slow the game down? Lovely work. He's out here. To the right back who cuts inside, continues on his run. Lovely football. It'll go through to the keeper. Handball was the call. Not given. Cleared away by Pranesh Gaunda. Easy for man. Just over 5 to go. Prospect got to keep the pressure on. Need another goal now. Anuj Mane. Was there a foul on D'Souza there? No, was the ruling on Afzali. Wanzir Komi, the most recent goal scorer. And Jot Singh was not deemed to have fouled him there. Picked up here by Sandhu. And then Gaunda stepped in again and has such a great long ball reach on him. That ball went out, was the call. It's not going to be called though. Smacked straight into his own player, but given offside. The question is being asked, if the prospect player cleared it into the prospect player and it fell to a man in an offside position, is that offside? That's a fair question. Kane Willoughby dribbling with his right upright. For those watching at home, he's on crutches. Blacktown football. It is the best. What a throw in! Kumar easy. Went down again though. Up and away. Buckley did well to get any kind of composure on that touch. Back to David Mann. Gets it out from under his feet. 3 minutes to go in regular time. RD1 deemed to have fouled a man under half his age there. Prospect looking to make a sub. In fact, it's Newbury. So Tilkaraj Jai Shankar will come off. Tilly, they call him. And with 2 minutes to go, these kind of subs are to give some of those younger guys some experience, but also see this game out. Ball delivered in and away by Gandar. I do believe that to be Albert Oladimeji. In fact, it is in the 24 jersey. Oladimeji goes out wide and it's fallen in the box and then cleared away. Anywhere will do by the number 18, who for Newbury, by the way, has been fantastic, in Bikramjit Singh. He played as a right winger, then as a left winger, then as a right back, and he's been sold in all three. As prospect, still try and find a late pass back into this game. Clear foul, but Newbury will counter. Great refereeing here. Up-stepped centre-back. Missed. Real chance here. A 3v3 if they're quick with it. The subs combining. Buckley, who started the game, clears it. Shinkoma stepped in with his head. The cutback was red. Shinkoma, that went too far away from him. Ball pass out by Mane. Raja Mehta and his co-coach Leonardo Aragin are getting close, very close indeed, to a round one win. And a pretty successful day all round. Gandar will be vouching for an all-star spot this year, I'm sure, as he hits his prime age, 23 this year. Look at Aragin still running out in the middle of the park and fouling in the middle of the park. So maybe a last gasp attempt at a goal to half the deficit from 2-1. It has to be right now. Out for a corner. Well, in yardage terms, they're closer now. Has to be soon. 35 seconds into added on time. Ball delivered towards the back stick. It's a free header for Sarkos, and that'll do it in the game, you have to think. Oh, well, that really had to be the goal to bring it back in contention. And it wasn't. Now almost edging on 2 minutes, I should say, into added time, although there was a lot of stoppages. If that had gone in, there might have been time. But even for the optimist, this is looking beyond doubt now for Newbury. Nicely done by Oladimeji. Chinkoma picks that up. Sent away by Shukuru. Desange, a quiet achiever in the second half, but an achiever nonetheless. Supri Sandhu, number 11, into the middle of the park, given away. Desange trying to hustle it back. So was Aragin. Monzi Komi was killed in the middle of the park. Sent out wide. Prospect's most recent goal scorer needs to get back up. D'Souza. Strong work by Oladimeji. Sent out wide. Cossier, who opened the scoring some 6 goals ago now, feels like a distant memory. Lovely turn. Taken off him. Roll one back there. Another man subbed on at half time. Testing Chinkoma's touch. That's Scottish. It is. Prospect looking for the ball in the box as quick as possible. Aragin was composed. tried the Charlie Adam. He tried the Jabby Alonso. And that'll bring about the last kick of the game. Newbury recover a 1-goal deficit to wind up as 4-2 winners as the Laing Simmons Blacktown Men's Premier League 2 kicks off for 2025. It was a contest throughout, but it was one that was, you'd have to say, in the hands of Newbury from about the 15th minute onward when they really clicked into gear. A day defined by the goals of Manan Deep, of course, the 23-time capped Indian international, stepped up with 2 goals and kept his head despite the penalty miss to smash in what proved to be a critical second goal as well. They went into the lead with the Sheds before, of course, the man from Colombia in Herrera Gutierrez came up with 2 in the second half to make it convincing. Yes, of course, Prospect pulled the goal back. They went in the lead in this game. And then eventually Monzir Komi, who was their best in the second half, did his best to launch something of a comeback, but realistically it never quite looked likely. So catch us back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. for Women's Premier League action as 2 Blacktown teams face each other in ponds and ropes crossing. It's the first time since the inaugural year, this being the 3rd year of the competition, that it'll be a game contested between 2 Blacktown teams on their match of the round debut. Of course, if you want a bit of information as to more of what those 2 teams are about, go and watch the Blacktown Premier League podcast that was posted last night on Friday night. But otherwise, if you're tuning across to watch some FA Cup action, go and enjoy that. It's been a fantastic night. Congrats to Newbury, but it is Oakville who are top of the table. Of course, we don't know the result between other top 4 and Premiership rivals in St Pat's and also Town Rangers FC. But we'll talk about it on the podcast when it gets posted on Friday nights. Until then, my name is Mark Napoli. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure. And until then, good night.